How you doing? Okay.
Hannah always likes to know, can you see us and can you hear us?
Yes, they can hear and see us.
Oh, Hannah's checking herself.
Yeah. Boom, shaka.
You're getting so good at this, Hannah.
Good? No. Better? Yes.
But I'm Laurie.
Sherry said my name. My name is Hannah.
and we're journeying with the genders. I think we know most of the people in the chat so far. Yeah. But we're going to recognize the people in the chat in just a minute. We kind of wanted to start off by, let's hold off on this for a little bit because they're not in the chat yet.
Okay,
we're going to do that in a minute. But we're going to go ahead and...
Hold on.
What?
You were just jumping into things, chickadee.
Okay, I'll let you tell me what to do.
Okay. Well, hi, how you doing? So welcome to Thursday Night Live. Woohoo. Yes. So TNL. Yeah, Thursday Night Live. We're a mother-daughter duo. We like to travel, and we usually like to document it. But we also like to collaborate with other travel YouTubers and share our experiences and through YouTube and through our travels. So that is what we're doing every Thursday night. And we have a special guest tonight.
Yeah, we have two special guests.
Well, yes. One channel, two guests.
Yes. We have Mike and Michelle from Luvy's F.A.T Life, and we're going to bring them in right now.
Okay, that's the cue?
That's the cue.
Okay, let me get that. All right. Boom.
There they are.
Hey, guys.
Hello. Okay.
And we're going to first start by recognizing everybody in the chat. And if y'all could tell Mike and Michelle hello, we appreciate y'all doing that in the chat because we are just so appreciative they're joining us tonight. And in just a little bit, we're going to talk about their channel and find out all about it and about what they do on their channel. So we're going to dive into that in a little bit.
But shouldn't I say what the name of their channel is first?
I already said what the name. Y'all go ahead and tell us what the name of your channel is and
who you are
and what you love to do
and what you love to do.
What you love to do.
This is disorder.
Right. I'm trying to get my hands right. It's right there, but Mike and Michelle with Luvy's F.A.T Life.
Woohoo! That was sweet chair. Okay. All right. So let's see who we got in here. We have Anthony Simone.
Hey, Anthony.
You. We have Blaine, and let me just scroll down here because I saw it, and it's a boom.
And did you say his name the way you like to say his name?
Well, I just realized he misspelled my name. There's only one N in there. Blaine!
It still sounds like Hannah.
I was like, where's the other N? Okay. And we got the 6 Traveling Shorts.
We have Jonathan Short from the 6 Traveling Shorts. Hey, Jonathan.
We got Billy Sparks.
Hey, Billy.
Oh, and look who said hello. Our guest.
We have Luvy's F.A.T Life.
Obviously. All right, and then we got JNN Travels.
Hello, JNN Travels.
And let me see. Okay, that's what I got so far, but we have people saying hi.
JNN Travels had a great live this week. They did. You would have liked it. Hannah was working. You have to go back and watch it. But they did interesting, you know how we like to do interesting Airbnbs? They had interesting hotels. And one of them was inside sewer pipes.
Why?
Don't know.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about that. Was it in the ground?
No, they cleaned them out and they had them sitting on this land.
You
and
need to specify
I know,
that.
but just the whole thought of it, I thought, oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, no. Oh look, my name's spelled right. Thank you. I just love giving him a hard time.
Blaine had to fix it for you because you gave him a hard time.
And hey, Eric B.
Hey, Travel Adventures with Eric B. I think Eric B just did Universal Studios, I think.
Do you know, before we get into, our lovely guest, did you know what I found out?
What did you find out?
That one of the most haunted hotels in America is in Augusta, Georgia.
Which one is that?
Which one do you think it is?
We live near Augusta, Georgia, if y'all don't know.
We basically live in Augusta, Georgia.
Right on the state line.
The Partridge Inn.
I was about to say, how do we Partridge Inn?
The Partridge Inn. They said that there was a woman who, her fiance died in war, and, there's this ghost bride walking down the halls. I said, ooh. The amount of times I've been there, and I don't feel comfortable going back now. But, yeah. No. And one last. We
They're
have.
driving in a blizzard. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no.
Well, some other housekeeping things that we're going to take care of before we jump in to find out all the wonderful things about Mike and Michelle's channel is that we actually had some mail, and we were not live last week. So, but we did get some mail before then. It was more closer to Christmas, New Year's time. But we got this adorable Christmas card from Q's Cruisers, and that was just so cute. And we just appreciate it, Bob and Sarah. We did get it. And then we got a present today.
Give me one of them. Por favor, gracias.
We got a present today when I checked our post office box from No Maps Needed Travel. These cute little cosmetic bags.
Those are cool.
Cute.
Yeah, those are cool.
Cute.
But it's kind of hard
Has
to
their
see.
little symbol on it.
Yep.
Love
Very
it. Thank
cute.
you so much, No Maps Needed Travel. And they gave us a beautiful card. So we appreciate y'all.
And if you haven't seen, they were our last guest.
Yeah,
You should go watch it because that
that was so fun too.
That was entertaining.
We like to have fun on these shows where we interview creators. So Mike and Michelle, get ready.
Yeah, I've been drinking heavily, so I'm ready to have some fun.
Solo cup.
I actually do have a red Solo cup.
I lift you
Oh,
up.
that was that printer.
Look who's in the house.
And we were just talking about you, No Maps Needed Travel, and showing our cute little bags.
Thank
We
you.
love them so much. Thank y'all, guys.
All right.
Okay. So we have a cruising update.
It's not an update. It's just
It's not like a
confirmation.
Lalita Loco cruising update. It is the fact that just in the past week, we have rescheduled 3 cruises.
Wow.
So we're just going to tell you quickly what we have signed up for now, which some of them are my husband and I, and then one of them is Hannah and I. But my husband and I just missed in January with this month. We were supposed to go on a 10-day Journeys cruise from Charleston on Carnival Sunshine, and so we went to the beach instead for a few days because I just wanted to look at the ocean.
They left me here.
I left her there.
Yep.
Here. We went to Myrtle Beach for a few days. And while we're down there, we decided to go ahead and book another Journeys cruise. So we booked one for the same week next year out of Charleston on this Carnival Sunshine. And then Hannah and I had
Sorry, the chihuahua was howling.
we had a cruise scheduled for this year, April 24th, on the Carnival Breeze out of Port Canaveral.
I have forgotten all the cruise ship names, so don't even.
So, of course, that was canceled. So we just rescheduled that with Jenny Barnett. And now we're going to do the 7-day celebration, the 50th anniversary of Carnival, out of Charleston for 7 days on the Sunshine. So that's March 2022. Yes.
Don't look at me.
That's kind of a neat one because many of the ships meet up in the ocean
That'd be
during
really
the celebration, and they said they're going to have some kind of party on Lido's, and it sounds like they're going to do like maybe fireworks on a barge somewhere or something.
Did you read that or did you assume that?
It says some kind of something that's got some kind of big celebration for all the ships to see, and that's the only thing I can imagine it would be.
Ooh, drones. You know the drones?
Like
How
the Super Bowl.
you know they used to have them at Disney Springs?
Drones.
Drones, like a drone show over the lake.
Did they?
Yes.
And then the last one is we were supposed to be on Lalita Loca's trip to Alaska in June, and they announced on Tuesday Night Live that they're going to move it to August 2022. And my husband and I have rescheduled that with Jenny too. So lots of cruising rebooking this past week.
The 2 cruises that you were going to leave me on got rescheduled.
That might be a hint, Mama.
Everybody's saying don't leave.
Sometimes Mama needs a break.
I hear you.
I mean,
She's a good dog sitter too.
I take good care of my doggy siblings. They're so cute. I have one right here. She's right
This
there.
is dog.
Oh, how precious.
She said hello. She's looking straight at you guys, and she's like, "Who's that on the screen?"
If you haven't seen her shorts video we put out this week of her attacking her doggy camera, it's kind of funny. It's on our channel.
Yeah.
She's cute, but she's bad. And then Hannah we put out a video. You want to tell them about the video we put out last Saturday? You remember? Hannah's been working all day. She's brain dead.
Do you realize how many escalations I had today? My brain is dying. Okay, so we're so behind on like posting videos. Sorry. So we went to Savannah, Georgia, and we stayed in one of the most haunted Airbnbs in the United States. And thankfully, it was we experienced something. We don't know what it is, but whatever experience was nice.
Yeah, so, anything scary.
Yeah. So follow up for part 2 this weekend. Yep. And yeah, if you stay in a haunted Airbnb, just don't expect to sleep through the night.
Do we have anybody new in the chat? Yeah, Hannah was up at 3:30 in the morning. If y'all saw that video.
Well, the thing is that I was like, okay, I'm up, because the first night I was like, oh, also they said,
thank you.
Yeah. But I was up because I thought someone was breaking into the Airbnb. That's why I was up.
Yeah.
Nobody was breaking in. I just heard noises. Then I was like, okay, let me go back to sleep. Dang it, by the time I was asleep, something was touching me on my back. And I'm just like, God. And I was like, you're messing with me. You're messing with me. Stop touching me. And then you're dead ass asleep.
Listen, y'all, this is her worst problem on the show.
So I'm sitting here texting my son to let the dogs out outside because they're barking so much now. I'm like, they're gonna hear them dogs barking upstairs.
Oh God, sorry. Sorry. I got that from my aunt and my dad.
So we got MGM.
Un momento, por favor. Sí, gracias. Thank you.
We're going to say hello to some more people, and then we're going to start talking to you guys about your channel.
Because we're going to focus on them because they're our guests.
They are.
We need to stop talking about our stuff. Because we've gone on for too long now. Let's see. Boo, 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 boo. Un momento, por favor. Blaine says, it fits the branding of your channel.
Oh, yeah. Did you say, hey, the MGM?
Yes.
Hey, well, MGM Family Travel.
I put it up there. You didn't say anything.
Hello, Going Places. How are y'all?
What a cool name.
They face each other blowing their horns at the same time. Cool.
And thank you. This is the last thing. I saw you guys are planning on staying or thinking about staying on in a haunted hotel. You're doing like a staycation. I think it's in Vancouver. I saw on Facebook. And you were like, oh, should we get the haunted floor or not get the haunted floor? I think it's like the 14th floor. Get the haunted floor. That's my advice. All right. I'm done.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start talking to Mike and Michelle about their channel. While we're doing that, if you are a creator, please put #creator. And if you haven't seen their channel before, please check it out because we love to support each other. And so Hannah will highlight those on the screen while we go with the questions.
But also, if you have any questions,
yes,
if we don't have that question already, we'll gladly ask it. We'll put it up on our screen. Just make somehow it like different from the others, but like I don't know, like question,
yeah,
like big
dot,
and
dot,
bold,
yeah,
so I can pull it.
Yep. Okay, guys, y'all ready to talk about your wonderful channel?
Yes, ma'am. Y'all go away. Yeah.
All right. So first of all, what part of the country do you live in?
We're Northerners. We're from New York. You can tell by the accent, I'm sure. No, we're from just north of you guys. We're from North Carolina in Winston-Salem near Wake Forest University, probably 7-8 miles from Wake Forest University, just on the outskirts of town in a little place called Tobaccoville, if that's not country enough for you.
Little rural area out in the woods.
Yeah.
We've been to Winston-Salem before, probably twice, and we ate at a place called Sweet Potatoes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. That's well-known downtown Winston.
That's
some good soul food down there. They got great food.
I think it was the sweet potato pancakes and fried chicken.
Yeah. Instead of chicken and waffles, it was the sweet potato pancake. It was delicious.
Yeah, really good.
All right. So, what made y'all decide to start vlogging?
Why did we start vlogging, Michelle?
I think that Mike started vlogging just so we can have, documented memories of all the things that we've done. So when we are no longer here, that Anthony can go back and look and see what we have done, what fun things we did during his childhood, and show his children one day.
Yeah, that's the serious side of it.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know this. I've seen a lot of channels that are getting close to 1,000, and a couple went over 1,000. You guys are getting really close to 1,000 as well. But and y'all have done this relatively quickly. I mean, I've had my channel for 15 years.
Wow.
I think it's been around for 20 years. YouTube has. But when it first started, it was my name, and we did a powerlifting contest back then, and I used to document people lifting weights and myself lifting weights. So the channel originally started out with my name and a bunch of powerlifting videos. And then once I quit powerlifting, I kind of deleted all that stuff out, but saved the videos to hard drives. And I was cooking a lot then for friends and families and stuff. So I started a catering business on the side, and we started one of the cookers I had was called a reverse flow smoker. And I got it out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I had it custom made, and there was not many reverse flow smokers out there. So I went on YouTube to find videos and couldn't find videos about them. So once I got the cooker back to Winston-Salem or Tobaccoville, I started making videos, just really bad videos of the cooker, trying to explain to other people the lessons I learned. And then that kind of involved what Michelle said is I was doing a lot of the smoking videos with smokers and cooking, and we were foster parents, and we adopted Anthony, and we didn't do that till he was 40 years old. So it was like, you know what, we're not going to be here forever. Nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. We're going to do things we didn't do as a kid. We didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't travel a lot as kids. So we wanted to document it for Anthony so that even though he may not like it now, down the road, if we're not around or we get older, he can go back and watch those and kind of see from a young age what he did.
And just reminisce.
Yeah, a lot of the videos we've watched on YouTube didn't have a lot of children in it. We saw EECC. They had their 3 kids from kind of a young age. But other than them, I think we saw the Sea Cruisers had one of her nieces from a young age there, but we didn't see a lot of videos with young kids. So we wanted to document that for Anthony and for us and for other people.
It's a really good way to focus your channel too when we do get back to especially cruising, because a lot of people want to know, well, what are the kids doing on the cruise?
Absolutely.
And he's so adorable. He could do his own channel himself if one day he wanted to. He's so cute.
That's what we're telling him. We're saying, Anthony, we're going to get older here and we're not going to do this no more. Then you can take over Luvy's Fat Life, or you can rebrand it, change the name, keep all the subscribers, and do what you want to do. And
yeah,
he should be like something like Bat Kid or something. Do you remember when he was in his Batman mask?
He loves Batman.
I found an old video we made to a short on that when he was probably 4 or 5. He said, he's like, "Daddy, are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I am Batman." And he's like 4 years old. So I may do a little short video. We posted that down the road.
Cute. Yeah. I could take some of your old videos and make some shorts.
There's 2 that I'm like, please God, don't you ever get out of the box.
Yeah, because we had the VHS camcorder thing when she was little, because she's our only child too. And I was just like always just videotaping everything. And I got some really embarrassing stuff if I need to have it later.
Okay, let's see. We got some creators up in here.
Oh,
Do you hear the
chihuahua is barking so loud?
We got another creator. And another one. And another one. And another one. Okay, before I put this question up here, because I saw it, and so just preference, if you just came into the live,
Mm-hmm.
what especially do you like to cook? Like what is your specialty that you would say?
I mean, here in North Carolina, and it's probably the same in South Carolina, barbecue is really considered. So we consider barbecue in North Carolina pork or pulled pork, and that's kind of what I was known for at first was pulled pork and barbecue sauce. That I actually reposted a video today of one of our better videos was how to make Lexington style. You know, in South Carolina you have the mustard based sauce, and then in North Carolina you have Eastern and Western type barbecue. I mean, I love it all, but it's definitely a difference in the two. East of Raleigh is more vinegar and pepper based, and then west of that is what we call Lexington style barbecue sauce, which is ketchup, vinegar, and pepper. But my favorite thing, maybe I should let Michelle say what she likes I cook the best, because what do you think? What do you like?
So the best thing that he cooked, and actually it hasn't been but a couple months ago, he made ribs with a mango habanero candy on it. It's a commercial bottle that you can buy, and it was the most incredible thing. They were so good. But of course, he cooks brisket and his pulled pork. I mean, it's all delicious. All delicious.
I'd say my favorite's probably ribs and brisket. Probably brisket. I like just brisket, kind of simple with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and they call it Texas style. I don't like putting a lot of rub on the outside of it, and just smoke it with some hickory and cherry wood. And briskets take a long time to cook. Yeah, Billy's my stepdad. Billy Sparks that you see on there, he's my stepdad. He's ate my food too, so he may tell you what he likes best as well. I don't know. Bring family, my mother on here, and her to tell what's the favorite too. But anything when you smoke something like that, it's hard for you to really get the taste out of it because you got the smoke in your hair and your face and your facial hair. And to me, it tastes better the second and third day. And I love a good brisket smoked. And then the next day or day after that, with a little mayonnaise and some good soft bread.
Soft bread and mayonnaise. It's really
good. That brisket's tough to beat.
Duke's mayonnaise, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Always Duke's, yes. Many years ago it was JFG, but I don't know what happened to JFG. It's Duke's now.
It had to be from Blaine.
This is
the question had to be from Blaine.
This is why I'm preferencing the question. Is that from Blaine?
My favorite butt rub. I have my own rub called Carolina Love Rub. That's got 13 different seasonings in it, and then I also like it's Byron's butt rub up there now that I got. It's actually cheap. I bought it off Amazon, but I like to slather my butts with mustard and then put Carolina Love Rub on them, because in North Carolina we slather our pork with mustard.
Yeah.
That puts a good bark on it.
You can't taste the mustard.
No, it's just a binder. Some people use olive oil. Some people don't use anything. But yeah, I like mustard.
People not from the South are like, what in the world is that about? I'm like, man.
Totally understand.
What was it? Betsy from Beach Please asked us we was on their show a few weeks back, and they said, what is a Boston butt? And then explained what a Boston butt was.
So we have Ronnie and probably Ronnie and Alma from Life is Good Today. Woo! Hey there. And we have Graham Patterson. Hey, Graham. Woo-hoo. Thank you for stopping by and watching our show tonight.
Okay, what is this about? Oh okay. Let's keep going.
We'll give them that this year because they deserve that.
We'll keep going.
Hey, Fisher Fun Ventures.
Hello. And then we got Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
And then she says, hello. Hello.
I did not know that connection with Billy Sparks. That's cool.
Yeah, we don't tell many people. You got to be close to family. You got to be close to family. We don't. Either he doesn't admit it or we don't admit it. One of the two.
That's fun. And it just. skip.
Can I keep on going with the question?
Yes, of
okay,
course.
I thought
Have
you were
fun.
finding something.
No.
All right. And I've heard this story before, but tell us how you came up with the name of your channel.
Yeah, it's so back in high school, this goes way back. So I'm about to turn I'm about to turn 50 this year in March. Back in high school, I played football, and we had a football coach come into the locker room, and I was sitting up towards the front, was having a team meeting, and the football coach walked in and tripped, and I started dying laughing in front of it, the whole team. And his name was Coach Butts, and that was a true story. Butz, Coach Butts, Bill Butts. He said, "You think that's real funny, don't you, lovey dovey?" And said it in front of the whole team. And back then, we used to, Steve Miller and the Steve Miller Band with lovey dovey all the time. And then in high school, my senior year, I was running for student government, and my nickname was Luvy. So back then there was diapers called Loves, Luvs. You probably remember that. Some of the older people do. I don't even know if it's around anymore.
Still have them.
They still have Loves?
Yeah.
So we just took the S off and put Y in there and put Lovies. And that was kind of my platform for running for student government is you need somebody dependable, so go for Lovies. So that was how Lovies came about. And it stuck with me through high school. And then I had Lovies Barbecue. And then of course, the F.A.T is kind of a play on words. We started thinking about, when we wanted to go to do barbecue and travel, I just somehow come up with F.A.T, and I kind of laughed about it and said, what about the F.A.T life, food and travel, the F.A.T? And it kind of, Michelle finally, after about a week, she was like, absolutely not at first. And then she was like, I kind of like it. It kind of plays on things. So that's how we came up with the logo too. We took my old pig, which I have some old pictures and some of my older videos of our Lovey's barbecue pig. And we have a Luvy and a Lacey, are the two pigs. But that's just how we kind of came up with it. We said, and I told the guy that did the rendering for us, I said, listen, I want a pig laying in a hammock over a fire being cooked, and they don't know they're being cooked and smiling about it. And I want a cruise ship in the background. Something tropical. And that's how he came up with it. And then the only difference we did was had food and travel written in the sand on the bottom of the logo.
I love the logo. I mean, it just puts it all together of all the things that you
do. I love your logo. That's awesome.
I think you guys have the best logo that I've seen. I mean, really, it's really nice.
Our blanket.
I kept thinking it was a green screen. I asked her that one day, I think behind the scenes. I was like, how do you get your green screen looking so good? It's so awesome.
It's definitely a Sherpa blanket. Definitely did not give her for Mother's Day.
Have I gotten to use it for myself? No, because it's our
Well, no, you got to use it for a good month.
Oh, yeah.
And then Blaine came in and was like,
Cruise-a-thon?
And we were like, dang it. What are we going to put in the background?
A cruise-a-thon we did downstairs the first time, and we put this on the fireplace mantle.
And we're like, that could work. That could work. Okay. Blaine, you will never, ever see it. Woohoo!
Hey, Pam and Rich. Thank y'all for stopping by.
They said they support us. I'm going through here. What, you got anything? Hold on. Boom.
Let's make it Carolina mustard all the way.
And burnt ends and...
Oh, we forgot about burnt ends.
Well, Billy didn't forget about the burnt ends.
You're wonderful too.
Yeah, no, everybody's like, love me some pulled pork. Woohoo.
Yeah, we've got you've probably heard of it. We've got a really good barbecue restaurant down here called Sconyers. Have you ever heard of them? When Jimmy Carter became
Sconyers. There's Sconyers.
Sconyers, yeah. When Jimmy Carter became president, that was he had them cater his first outdoor thing at the White House.
That's awesome.
Billy said, I forgot his ribs.
Ooh. And then we got Kelly's Cruises.
I am going.
Cruises, Crafts, and Quilts. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for coming by.
All
right. So do you have any channels that you watched before you really got into like cruise and grilling and smoking videos that you kind of watched first and really kind of liked their style?
Yeah, I'll kind of talk about the barbecue side real quick. Is a lot of people that do barbecue, like barbecue. Um, um, Gosh, what's now? I drew a blank. The barbecue pitmaster shows, but also on YouTube was the barbecue pit boys. Um, and you never saw their face, and that's how I did my videos at the beginning. Was you never saw me in the videos? It was always me talking behind the camera, and that's kind of how we did early on. And there's just a ton of good barbecue channels. Jeff Neath, a friend of mine from Missouri, he's got a barbecue freak channel. It's called Barbecue Freaks. There's just a ton of good channels on that end. And then when we went cruising, was it 3 or 4 years ago? We did the same thing we're kind of doing with the barbecue side. It was like, let's just do a search on YouTube and see if we can see anything about this ship or this location where we're going. And I'll let you kind of talk about who all we started watching.
Of course, we started watching Tony and Jenny and EECC, Josh Holcomb. Who are the other people that we...
Back then, I think Sea Cruisers was real big. Yeah, it was kind of those four. And then, some smaller channels that ended up, becoming big now. And I think a lot of those that we watched then have influenced us. The main thing I really like EECC, Jason and Lisa, because, they're in front of the camera and we were never in front of the camera, but they also were very informative. And that's what I liked about Tony and Jenny. That's what I liked about Josh Holcomb. That's what I liked about the Sea Cruisers, was they were taking you with them and giving you tips along the way. So if you knew to come off the port, you knew to make a right and go down this and then make a left and make a right.
Yeah, it was informative. So we knew, we learned from their experiences.
And I would take notes on my iPhone and just take notes of what they said from the videos and make sure, I was able to do those as well. Those are probably the big four. I mean, there's a bunch we watch now. I mean, I don't even watch regular TV. I just come home and after we eat supper, it's pretty much I watch YouTube all night long until I go to bed. I love the content. I like the creative side of the cruising community. Our channel, a lot of people, they probably know this, but our channel, where it started out was barbecue and then kind of went to the travel end of it. Probably 3/4 to 2/3 at least, maybe 3/4 of our subscribers are barbecue background. And that's kind of a funny group because they don't care about the travel part of it. Sometimes I get messages saying, well, do more food and I don't care about the travel. And I was like, well, just unsubscribe or don't, turn off the notification bell or something. Right. But
the two together are us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. And I've heard creators say this, and I've had people tell me this. If you did focus on nothing but barbecue, your channel would blow up. Or if you focused only on cruising, you would do better instead of doing the barbecue too. Well, we're not trying to make money off this. This is just, we love doing it. It's fun. I like the editing part of it and it gets me away from my work. But that's who we are. We are food and travel. We like smoking meat. We like restaurant reviews. Some of our better videos on far as views has been restaurant views, like in Pigeon Forge or on cruise ships, and then the travel end of it. Luckily we had enough foresight to know that we wanted to do more than just cruising, even though it's our first love. So that's why we came up with food and travel, was because we wanted to document that for Anthony on like going to the mountains or going to the beaches or whatever.
Of course, having no idea that we were going to be going through a pandemic.
No. As soon as Tony and Jenny left North Carolina, the whole world fell apart.
Their fault. Well, the blessing of your channel is that you do have the food part, though, because the travel, especially cruise travel, being cut off, we were like struggling, going, what are we going to do as far as content? And we had to kind of keep on making it up as we go. We literally would have meetings. She and I would meet together with a notebook and go, brainstorm about what can we possibly be.
You make it sound like we scheduled 3:00 on Saturday. It's more like, Hannah,
get over here. We got to talk. And we had the notebook and we just start brainstorming. But y'all have really a popular other subject, which is great.
Speaking of that,
what?
Speaking of that, what's the question number 5?
Oh, Hannah wants me to talk. You want me?
It was a perfect segue, and you kind of ruined that segue.
Hannah's the communications major. That's what she majored in. So she likes to, she can make things flow a lot better than I can. But I know, because I looked at your channel and I like to stalk everything and see how your numbers look and all that. And then I came upon this video, and as of, I think yesterday, the day before, it was 119,000 views. And I was like,
I look at analytics too, Hannah and Hannah and Laurie. Yeah, that one's got 19,700, and it's still number 1 or number 2 video. People watch it. That's the video I was talking about. That when I first bought that smoker and brought it up here, nobody knew what a reverse flow smoker was, or there wasn't many videos out on. And I wanted to document how you use that. And one big thing, like for example, and I'm going to do a video on this soon because I think this would really do well on the channel, is like the top 5 things for somebody that buys a brand new smoker on what to do with it. I've had that idea for several years now. I've never just put it together. And I think it would do really well, but a lot of people think like you have this white billowing smoke that comes out and it makes the meat good. That is absolutely false. When you're going to cook meat, you should have translucent, it's called blue thin smoke. And you should not see white smoke billowing out. That means that's dirty smoke. That's bad air. That's bad flow. So that's in that first video, I was explaining that. And, there's a lot of thumbs up and there's some thumbs down on it too. That's the one thing I had to learn was to get thick skin. And Anthony had that too. One of Anthony's videos, 1 or 2 people gave him a thumbs down, and he cried. He was upset about it. It hurt his feelings. Why don't they like me? They put a thumbs down, and but yeah. So on the smoking meat side of it, what I try to do is just like on the cruising side, is tell people information maybe they don't know. Mm-hmm. So like when we do something new and make it, like one we did recently, it did pretty well was, and it's only a couple weeks ago, was the Mississippi pot roast, and we took a spin on that and we said, okay, we can do that normally in a crock pot. Well, let's put it on a smoker and do it. Or we did a deep dish pizza that you normally would do in a skillet on the oven. We took it and did it on a smoker. But all of our videos, if you watch them, we're trying to give back information. Like we're not cruise experts by no means. We're just giving you our view of it from our perspective of it. And there's far more people better than us that are experts at it. But we're just giving you our perspective with a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old with us and what they like to do and what we like to do.
Yeah. You want to look in the chat and see if we've got some more questions?
I don't know if this is appropriate.
I'm not going to ask him how he knew that answer to that.
We'll just keep on going.
Everybody's talking about the butt rub. And then Sherry says, this went south quick. I don't know if she's talking about it went south like of the like. It went
more the waist. Like, it went straight to the hams.
I'm just like, what are we talking about?
Sometimes when we have Griswolds and Blaine together, that always ends up going a little bit far.
What was the thing that time that I was just like, what are they talking about? It was something. What was
it's all fun though. We love it.
Were they talking about how hot like Jupiter was? But they were talking about like attractiveness of Jupiter or something, and I was just like, how did we get here? Like,
we're doing trivia with them. We got Shawana's Creative Circles here. I also saw Thrifty Angela earlier.
Yeah, but reminder, hit those thumbs up.
Thank you. Life. I wanted to say Ronnie. Life is good today.
Yeah, boo, boo, boo. Yep, and
thank you, Anthony.
Okay, yeah, I'm just scrolling. Oh, did I? Yeah, okay, I did. All right, good. Woohoo! All right, boom. Hold on, I am getting there. I promise.
There's Thrifty Angela. Thrifty Angela. Hannah and I both play Pokemon Go. It's just our thing, and Thrifty Angela plays it too.
Yep,
she's our friend on there.
Montreal smoked meat. I don't know what that is.
I bet she might does.
Do you know what Montreal smoked meat is?
I've never heard of that. I mean, unless there's something about like there's a Montreal seasoning. I don't know if that's what that means, or maybe it's in Canada a type type of smoky meat. That's something I would definitely look up though, because if it's something to do with smoking meat and I don't know about it, I want to know.
Yeah, I think it may be a Canadian thing
because Maddie and Scott are from Canada.
Yep.
We need to look into that.
I will definitely look into that because I like learning new things when it comes to cooking and smoking meat.
Here we go. There you go.
When will Carnival debut?
I cannot. That's a good question because I cannot. Everybody asks this question: is how is the Pig and Anchor barbecue compared to what you do? And we have not been. We haven't been on a big ship yet. We had all of our cruises this year got canceled. That we were actually going to be on a Pig and Anchor, and that's really disappointed me. But we do have a hard time, and I don't mean it to sound like we think ours is better than everybody else's. But when we go and eat barbecue, we have a hard time because we always compare it back to ourselves, and that's not fair to the place.
But Mike cooks it how we like it. So.
Yeah, we cook it the way we like it. So, even here locally, when we go eat barbecue, it's like, it wasn't that good. But there's some really good barbecue places too.
I think I would describe Pig and Anchor like it's not bad, but it's not like it's made for a big crowd of people. So I guess there's not attention to detail.
Not as much TLC in how
like it's not bad.
Yeah.
Like when we cook our barbecue, I'm real picky and Michelle is too. We go through every Boston butt after we smoke it. We pull out the fat. We pull out anything that's gristle or anything. It takes us probably 20 minutes for one Boston butt to go through and pull all the fat out and all the gristle or anything. Because I don't want to bite into something that's fatty or gristle. Same thing with anything we cook like that, we go through it. So we've done some large events before, weddings and rehearsal dinners and stuff, and we have to automatically take that time that we're going to have to do that because if you cook 20, 30, 40 Boston butts and it takes you 15, 20 minutes to clean each one, you need to add another 8 to 10 hours of cleaning it real good. So it does take time.
It does. Yeah. But I don't want to feed anybody that, something that we wouldn't eat ourselves.
Right, exactly.
Yep. It looks like Q's Cruisers made it home safely. They were traveling in a blizzard.
Oh, no.
We wouldn't know how that is in South Carolina. But I'm glad y'all made it home safely.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. So we do have content.
Yeah, Pam and Rich are awesome. And Rich has got some good videos out on his new smoker he's got too.
Good. So going back to cruising, which brand of cruise ships have y'all sailed on, and what was your favorite cruise?
We've only done Carnival, and that's mainly because they're so good with kids programs. We certainly plan to do different cruise lines in the future when Anthony gets older, but right now when he's young, we're going to stick with Carnival.
Yeah, he loves Camp Ocean, and then most all the ships, the size that we've been going to, they have the same type setup. So he's used to going in there, and we're on cruises together. He'll tell us sometimes, "Hey, y'all go have some adult time, and let me go to Camp Ocean for 2 or 3 hours," and it just works out perfect.
Yeah.
And we were so glad the first time we took him was like, well, he's going to get seasick, he's going to hate it, and then we'll never be able to go cruising again. But he loved it from the very first time.
He did.
Yeah.
He went.
And daily, he usually says, I can't wait till we go cruising again.
Oh.
And we were at Margaritaville in Pigeon Forge, and we had a really good time. We love Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg area. And we were at the pool. We were the only ones at the pool. We were in a heated pool at Margaritaville having a couple of drinks. And then Anthony was sitting there just smiling. I was like, Anthony, isn't this greater than cruising? He's like, nothing beats a cruise ship.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay, I lost out on that.
He's right, though.
I'll
he was right.
Say, like, from being, like, obviously I'm not a kid now, but, like, I was a kid when we first started cruising.
Yeah, you were at 7?
And I can definitely say, like, I was that type of person that was like, yeah, you go do your own thing. I like it here. But I think I don't know who would be the best one in my opinion. Obviously things change, but I don't know.
Of course, you did Disney your first cruise.
Right, but I mean, being a kid, if you give me attention and do things I like, I'm gonna like you. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, we're not cruise snobs. I mean, we do have some booked with NCL. I'd love to try Royal. I would. I don't mind trying different things.
No,
we just wanted
Yeah.
Anthony to get a little older. Anthony's big thing that he wants a cruise ship that has a big screen on it.
TV.
Yes.
All the ships we've been on have been the smaller size ships, and none of them have the outdoor movie. And that's the one thing he's asked for
It is.
more than anything. Hey, is that cruise ship got a big screen TV? And I was like, no, Anthony, it doesn't. So
Yeah. We were on the
we
Carnival
thought about going on the Sunshine out of Charleston just for that reason, just to go on a ship that had one.
Yeah.
I can tell you, the big screen. Why is your sister calling you? Hang up, girl. Get your phone off the table. But
My sister knows I'm busy.
but I would say the big screen is not just for kids because, like, the thing is, like, that's impressive. That sucker's impressive. Because I remember I was walking on the Lido with Dad, and he had Transformers. It was on the big screen, and that man. Have you ever seen like Up? Have you ever seen Up? Like the movie Up?
Yeah.
You know, Doug the dog with Squirrel. That was legit me trying to get my father to go cross the Lido deck. I was just like, "Come on!" He goes, "What do you think is about to happen?" I said, "We are literally 10 minutes away from the credits. I don't know what has happened." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Oh gosh.
So, what's your favorite cruise you've taken so far?
I know my favorite port was when we went to Princess Key.
Now yours is Princess Key.
I really, really loved it. That was the first time.
Michelle had the perfect amount. I'm gonna tell on her.
Oh gosh.
She had the perfect amount of Malibu, and was it Coke Zero?
No, it was juice. That
No, it was
actually
juice
I got.
It was juice from the
Lido,
buffet.
yeah.
The buffet. We're kind of telling ourselves for doing illegal things, but we had we had one of these water bottles.
I had one of those big metal cups.
And we had a drink that we put in our room. We bought the drinks ahead of time to be delivered in our room. So we made a big drink to take with us, and we just thought they would say no, you can't take it. But we walked right off the ship and right into Princess Keys, and Michelle had like the perfect amount. And on that video, if you ever see that one, that's one of Princess Keys. At the very end of it, she's just a singing, and she's in.
And that's not me.
And that's not her. She's in Kenny Chesney world and singing no shirts, no shoes, no problem. And it's because it was like the perfect level for her. But mine's probably Grand Turk.
Yeah,
I love Grand Turk. I love the snorkeling there. I like the cannon in the water and the anchor. Really like Cozumel. Me and Billy, when we were in Cozumel, we went to Nachicokum. And snorkeling is horrible on the beach there. You just couldn't see anything. But we paid them. Somebody there took us out a little ways into Cozumel and did snorkeling out on the reef, and it was just incredible. I mean, as soon as we got in the water, we saw this huge manta ray, and that thing was just huge. But that was awesome. I mean, I can't think of a port we have not liked other than Nassau.
Yeah,
I'm not a
crazy
big
about
fan of
Nassau.
Nassau. And I do think down the road, if we go there, we just need to do an excursion or something different. The very first time we went to Nassau, we had a good time because we went to Fort. I think it was called Fort Charleston. It's an old historic fort there.
I'm
Fort
sure Billy
Charleston.
knows.
And that was really cool. But I'd probably like to do Atlantic at some time. But it's just so expensive there. But we probably just need to pay the money and do it.
Atlantis?
Atlantis, yeah,
Yes.
Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it's I don't think we've ever done the water park there, but they have like an
Mm-mm.
aquarium,
Yeah.
and so that's fun. But if you do go to Nassau and you do your drink about the Malibu, reminded me of this is if you decide to do something local, the fish fry, what's it called?
Yeah.
Twin Brothers.
Get a taxi and go down to Fish Fry.
Okay.
And it's just a bunch of shacks of restaurants. It's all local, owned by local, no chain stuff. And there's one there called Twin Brothers.
And it's very safe.
It's
Okay.
like things like that, and it's delicious.
It's like fritters
and what's
stuff.
the drink?
Sky juice. Now Sky juice.
Drink a Sky juice.
So I don't know if you can drink it. I can't drink it. Found that out from Sky juice that I have a gin allergy.
It has gin in it.
But when I tasted it, it was very, very good. It tastes like Fruit Loops.
Yeah, the milk from Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
When you have Fruit Loops cereal on your milk, what it tastes like, it
Right,
tastes exactly
right.
like that.
But the thing is, it doesn't have like a burn or anything. So you will keep drinking it, and if you drink 2, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a bar hopping tour.
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, it was out of Carnival, and we took a bar hopping tour where they took us to all these local bars, and they took us to Fish Fry. And the guy said, only drink one. Just drink one. Do not drink more than one.
We need to do that.
Yeah, no. I think the last time we got kind of burned on Nassau is we got off and we went to the Nassau, the Pirate Museum, which was pretty cool. And I'm big on nobody touching me. I mean, if you touch me, we're ready to fight. And one of the cab drivers grabbed my arm as I was walking through, like trying to
They're
ask.
very pushy.
They
when
were
you're
very
walking
pushy,
through.
and then we went to the straw market, and they were, they're pushy there too.
And the lights went out. Electricity went out while we were in the straw market.
And Anthony had to go to the bathroom, so we had to go find a bathroom in the dark.
It wasn't a pleasant experience.
Yeah, it was just I think it was a bad experience that time, but we definitely, if it meant getting on a cruise ship, we would definitely do Nassau again. Just to.
Oh yeah.
But Half Moon Key is probably on one of the top 2 or 3 we want to go.
Yes.
Because we've heard nothing but great things about that.
Yes. And we sure would want to snorkel there.
Yeah, it's amazing. We took my mom with us the last time we went to Half Moon Key, and we did the little cabana because we knew she'd want something a little bit cooler. And it was the perfect day. It was the perfect day. We loved it. So what is your what trips do you have planned? Do you have any trips planned for the future, since the future's so crazy right now?
Well, we lost the one like you did. We're supposed to go to Alaska. So we moved ours to 2022 as well in August. I think that was going in August. We do have the October Halloween cruise with Lolita Loca. We got that planned. We had talked the other day. I was like, should we plan something in May? And Michelle's like,
no,
it's going to get bumped. I was like, well, maybe we can get some credit and put it towards another one later in the year. But our jobs, my job is really busy. July, August, September. It's like our peak season. So it's hard to take time off during that time. But hopefully we'll get to do the October.
I hope so.
And I'd be even willing to do like a November or December, but and then we got we got all the way out to the 2023. We have the vloggers cruise. We're booked on that one already. So we haven't really booked much into 2022. We need to look at that and go ahead and get some stuff on the the plate for next year.
Yeah,
it's just hard to look that far in advance. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. I decided when we started rebooking everything just to go into 2022 and not mess with 2021. But if it does, some reason open up and safe, like in the fall, we'll probably just jump on a 4 or 5 day out of Charleston or something, just because I'm itching to go.
Absolutely.
We had several people enter.
Okay.
I had Nautical Nurse Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
I have the Beach Life.
Hey, Honey.
I had somebody else. There's Jarrell.
Jarrell Jones is Hannah's boyfriend that did this.
Yep. Yep, hers. I missed somebody. I know they're in here. But yep, Lucian, I'm sorry. I missed you. But let me keep going. It skipped on me.
Holly Ayers is here.
Oh, that's who it was.
Hey, Holly.
That's who it was. Yep. And everybody's talking about it's the movies under the stars, the big screen.
That's on Princess.
Oh, yeah.
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 My husband loves that.
Life is Good Today wants to know if you want to sing some karaoke.
Do you want to sing some karaoke? Hannah's a singer, not me.
I think I'm starting to get a little cold. So I don't.
And there's the Tyler Show.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Tyler. We've got some great creators in here, y'all. And speaking of creators, if y'all have not checked out Luvy's Fat Life's channel, please do that. And I'll just say the word, subscribe to their channel because they're awesome.
Thank you very much.
I'm not afraid to say that word. If it hurts me, it hurts me. Some channels said it's not a good thing to say.
What else you got?
Okay, let's ask some more questions. What is your dream destination that you have not gone there yet?
It can be like on a cruise or, anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about we'd love to go to the ABCs of the islands. The Saint Islands. I mean, there's so many we haven't visited. We've went to several of the same ones over. I'd love to go right back to Grand Turk again. Anthony's favorite so far has been Amber Cove.
That was a lot of fun.
That's probably our second best video as far as being watched on YouTube. I think we got 20 some videos that are cruising content, and the Guy's Burgers is probably the most watched, and then right behind it is Amber Cove. We had a really good time at Amber Cove. And then, I'd like to go to Puerto Rico, San Juan. I mean, there's so many.
We're talking like huge destination cruises. I mean, I want to do Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii, Alaska, Europe. I'd love to go to England. Believe it or not, I was born in England. People can't tell that. I don't know why. But I would like to go back to England. I haven't been there since I was, I think, 2. So we'd like to go Europe. Of course, we'd like to go to.
I want to go to Bermuda.
Israel. I'd like to go to Bethlehem, and I'd love to go to the Holy Land. I mean, there's so many places we'd love to go to. One of our best vacations we've ever had, though, and now that we can't cruise, we talk about a lot, is we did Punta Cana in the DR, probably an all-inclusive about 10 years ago. And that was one of the best vacations we've ever had.
It was so fun and so relaxing. It was incredible.
Yeah, so we'd actually talked about, where I turned 50 in March, we'd talked about going to Cancun or Cozumel. But with the number of COVID tests you'd have to have, and then when we told Anthony about it, Anthony's
totally
like, I am not doing a COVID test. So now, I don't know, we may go to Vegas. We've been to Vegas a lot of times, so we may either go to Vegas or Florida or Cozumel or Cancun, but I would say it's Vegas or Florida coming up probably next.
Yeah, we've been talking about Vegas. We've talked about Disney.
Yeah, we've been talking about Vegas because I don't know if you guys have like the My Vegas Slots app on your phone.
No, we don't.
You don't have to spend money for it.
Yeah, we don't spend.
We don't spend any money on it. Never have, never will. But you like acquire points as you play the games, and you get you can win coins, and you can get a daily allotment each day. But there's like these gold coins, and with the gold coins you can redeem certain things in Vegas and in other parts of the country and across the world. But some of those things are like a free night at the Bellagio, free night, like 2 free nights at Mirage or something like that. Yeah, so we both have accounts.
We were married in Vegas.
Believe
it or not.
There's something in there.
I guess that might go into number 12.
Yeah.
I always say that I want my husband and I to get renew our vows by Elvis in Vegas.
But we were just talking about like how many free nights can we get out of this?
Because we have so many Sky Miles right now that we have not used because it just keeps on building. And then we have all those coins. I said we could go there, free flight, free hotel, hop from one hotel where I use my coins and then go to the one that she uses her coins and do like a whole series on how we did it very cheaply, maybe. So
that sounds very good.
So we're talking about
we were looking at the end of March, 1st of April, for 3 of us to fly to Vegas and stay. I think it was 6 days, 5 nights, to leave on a Sunday and come back on a Friday. So that was actually a little bit more than that. It was only like $800.
Yeah, it was cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, for us to go out there. So, I mean, it was really cheap. But, of course, when we get back in flu, we'd have to take a COVID test again for that, too.
Yeah. Yep. And Blaine says they also have on the My Vegas, they also have cruise rewards. Of course, right now they don't.
But it's like MSC, there's something for Royal Caribbean. I don't know if NCL's on there.
And on the My Vegas Blackjacks app, which is they're linked, your points go from one app to the other. They have NCL.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it's either you can get, like they used to be for MSC, like you would get like a free like 5-day cruise free. Like
It's called My Vegas. It's a My Vegas app. Is what it's
It's
called.
like My Vegas Slots. There's My Vegas Blackjack, and then there's something called Pop Slots, and they're all 3 linked. They're owned by the MGM organization, so like the MGM part.
Michelle loves slots.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I like Texas Hold'em and I like playing table games, but Michelle.
Yeah. But she gets so many coins every day, and as long as you don't get caught up in that buying extra coin things, you're fine. And we just do that. We just play what we get each morning, and
like together we have close to 900,000 coins, like gold coins, which is if they would allow us to redeem all of them at one time, that would be like a week and a half free of hotels.
Yeah, and Jenny and Tony Barnett were about to go on a free NCL cruise. Right before all this happened, that she got from using her My Vegas.
Oh wow!
Okay, we're gonna have to do this.
Instead of playing your crossword puzzles, you can play My Vegas.
So my advice is don't spend any money, because there are some people that do that.
Yeah,
don't do it, because just over the course of time you will get it.
And link it with your Facebook account.
Yeah,
link it with your Facebook account.
Yeah. Because you can send coins
we
to
just
friends.
totally went.
Well, they talked about Vegas. We love Vegas so much.
And if y'all don't mind, we're just going to kind of keep on talking just a little bit longer. Unless y'all
I don't think there's anybody else after us tonight.
Yeah,
so
the only way with TK's
anything.
not on tonight because he wasn't feeling too well.
We hope it gets better.
All right. Yeah. If you had to pick one video on your channel that's your favorite, which one would it be?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to pick one that's an oddball, and I hope people actually go and see it, go watch it, because it's got like 60 views. That's all. We went to a place called Brushy Mountain Prison Penitentiary that is in, you talk about haunted.
Yes.
But we went to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary that was in Petros, Tennessee. It's about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Sevierville and Pigeon Forge. And we did 2 videos. We did a part 1 and a part 2. And, a lot of people may not know this, but I'm an elder in my church, and I don't believe in ghosts. I'm kind of setting myself out for you guys and everybody else. I do believe in demons and spiritual warfare.
Yes. Yeah.
So I do think demons and stuff like that masquerade themselves as ghosts. So when people say I believe in ghosts, I kind of understand what they're saying. But when we went there, we kind of like foo-fooed it.
When I saw the ghost on the sign, I was like,
yeah, and we
totally poo-pooed it.
We'd seen some other big channels that had went there and did all-nighters, and but this place, number one, historically is really cool.
Yes.
You need
we're going back.
We'll go back next time we go there. But this place was built by the prisoners. It was in the late 1800s when it was built, and there was a lot of social injustice going on. There was segregation between white and blacks, and just some bad stuff happened there. And
the man that killed
James Earl Ray,
yes.
who killed Martin Luther King, was in this prison for many years, and they say supposedly his ghost haunts the place. But just some bad things. He broke out of that prison, and they caught him within a couple of days. There's just a ton of historical information here. And then also, like in Silence of the Lamb, the horror movie, which, it's not real, but the main character, Hannibal Lecter, in that movie, there's a point where he's trying to make a deal with the police, and he says, if you'll give me a room with a view of Brushy Mountain, then I'll help you out. He's referring to that prison.
Because it's surrounded by mountains.
It's just nothing but mountains around it, and it's just built in the middle of it. And nobody ever escaped. If they escaped, they were found within a day or two. But when we went through there, and you would see this in the video, I didn't know this, but like Michelle and them was going one direction, I was going another direction, and Anthony he said it was a poodle or a dog face.
He saw a poodle walking in front of a window, and I was like, shh.
Yeah, and Anthony didn't know this place was supposed to be haunted or anything, so he had no clue, because we wouldn't tell him that because he would be scared.
Right.
So he came to Michelle, and I didn't know this.
And of course, I didn't believe it.
And he said, "Hey, I saw a face in the mirror, you know,
in the window.
In the window." And then when we went in and we walked to another area, and then like this light was flickering, which it probably was just a bad light bulb.
We had heard this weird noise on the video.
Yeah, and then after we went back and edited the video to do that, I heard these strange noises, like a
buzzy noise,
like a da-da-da-da, like a tone.
Mm-hmm.
It happened twice, and in the video, I pointed out that it was not happening there.
Was
Nobody was around
life.
me.
Wow.
And then at the end, at the end of it, I brought my drone. So I wanted to bring my drone up and take an aerial over top of it. And my drone would not work. It's a brand new drone.
Yes.
I just used it. It was brand new. It would not work. And then the electrical stuff in my truck started acting crazy. I've got a 2020 truck. All my electricals quit working.
Weird messages were coming up on, the screen.
Yeah. And then I went over to take a video of the signage coming into it that said Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. And when I came back, all this stuff started happening at one time. And then on my phone, Michelle it just felt weird. Michelle's like, "Let's get out of here now. We got to get out of here now." Yeah. So I hit my GPS to get out of there, and it said Devil's Triangle.
Oh my gosh.
And I screenshotted it on my phone because I knew nobody would believe it. And we finally pull off, and Michelle's like, "Let's just get out of here." Once we drive away, Michelle's like, "Was there anybody in that
there's a guardhouse?"
A guardhouse. She said, "Was anybody in that guardhouse?" I was like, "No, the door's locked and nobody can get in there." And she said she saw
when we drove by it, I saw like a black shadow like move across the front of the windows. So
yeah, there's some weird stuff that happened at that place, and I know you kind of went to the haunted place and said that. And don't get me wrong, nothing was malicious and nothing hurt us or anything like that. But we also went in, part of that prison, we went into areas where they said the guards beat people and people died. And you could just feel there was a slight, maybe like a oppression or just something about it. It didn't scare me.
No, not at all.
But it was just something different about it. It was an
oppressive type place.
Yeah.
It was old, and it was the paint's peeling off of everything, and it just looks very decrepit, and it just
But this place is really cool. I would tell anybody to go to it because you can take, now with the pandemic, it's hard now, but for $12 you can do a tour of this place. They turned it into a moonshine as well. They have their own distillery there, and they have a restaurant there that's separate from the prison. And you can take a tour with an ex-guard that worked there or an ex-inmate. Mm-hmm. So you would hear stories of the inmates would tell you real stories from inside and how people were shanked and killed inside. And it's just a really...
It's interesting.
It's very interesting. I sound morbid saying this, but it's just a really cool historical place that, it was just really neat.
We missed some things and we are going to go back.
Yeah, there's a cafeteria there that's supposed to be the most, the haunted part of it, and we didn't even go to it.
Well,
I don't know how we missed it.
It's not very well marked. It's not marked well at all. They also have a museum that shows all the interesting things about the history of it, things that they have found, things that they have seen, different ways people try to break out. So it's really it has ledgers. There was one that was, I'm a nurse, so this was very interesting to me. They have a book of what people were transferred out, medical reasons that they were transferred out, whether they lived or died, what their diagnosis was. So it's really interesting.
William Reese. I'm just thinking of my father because my father's
he works for the Federal Bureau of Prisons.
He's a guard. So I'm just thinking about that.
He would like to go see it probably.
And it's. See, I'm desensitized to this stuff because I'm just like, tell me more.
Well, they have a place up there that's like a cemetery where over 400 people were died and killed, and supposedly on the books it was only 100 to 150. And they brought the University of Tennessee up there and they did some ground penetration radar and said they stopped at over 400 bodies or 400 graves.
Wow.
And before they got in there, what had happened was the headstones were all taken because the state of Tennessee owned it. So you had all these bodies that are under the ground there that you don't know who it is that's underneath the ground.
Gotcha.
But it's just some really, really odd stuff, but it's pretty cool.
It's very interesting.
Blaine says this hour is sponsored by my Vegas slots and
My Vegas slots.
Now, if y'all saw, I'm trying to hit on him. If y'all saw that, Pam Rich said check out the Discovery Cove in Orlando for Anthony.
Okay.
Yes, we have talked to Matt and Kimbra multiple times, and when we go down, we are definitely going to get a tour from them.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt and Anthony and Kimbra hit it off because they have snakes and
Yes.
and aquatic life. And Anthony actually has, during this summer, Matt was teaching online classes, and Anthony attended one of them online that he was teaching on reptiles down at the Tampa Aquarium.
No, it didn't stop. It's just people, I guess, were so interested in the story about the present. It's just, so I just did it.
Hannah just said, hey. Hey, Six Traveling Shorts.
How are you today? No, I don't know. It kind of, that reminds me of kind of like the opposite landscape of Alcatraz. Like,
Yeah.
It's in the mountains. It's not in the sea.
I would so love to
That's
go.
one of our bucket list places is Alcatraz. We didn't know how much it was going to cost to go to San Francisco and then be able to go out there.
Yeah, I want to go to San Francisco so bad and go to like the Chinatown and go to Alcatraz. And I'm so interested in about like the inmates that escaped from there and were never found. Like
There's a cool place in Pigeon Forge that is they call it the Alcatraz of the East, but it's a
museum.
It's a museum, and they have like and again, it sounds like we're morbid, but they have like Gacy's clown outfit. They have like Jeffrey Dahmer stuff. They have all these
like
famous crimes and paintings they've done. And we've got a couple of videos on that as well, but that was a cool place to. I mean, they had like O.J. Simpson, the vehicle that
Bronco that he was riding on the highway.
Yeah, it was Al Collins's Bronco is there, and then they got the car from Ted Bundy, the Volkswagen.
Yes.
That found all his where they found the ropes and stuff like that in it. It's there, and
where is that?
It's so fun.
Yeah, and Anthony, we took him in there, and he was very interested in it, and we were able to look at some historical things too. Like we looked at, it was a learning experience, and I don't mean to sound depressing on here, but they had hate crimes and they had hate things, and they had like a KKK outfit, and we had to explain that to Anthony at a young age what that was and what it meant. They had
a big room that you go in, a 9/11 like a film was done, and it explained everything and showed, of course, real footage, and he had never like really seen it like that before.
Yeah, he didn't know what 9/11 was, so we had to explain that to him. We had to, but it was a good educational thing for Anthony. And
where was this?
You said
this is in Pigeon Forge, and it's called Alcatraz East Crime Museum.
Yeah.
It actually used to be either in Washington D.C. or New York, and it went out of business a few years back, or they relocated it, and they just relocated it to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. But I'm telling you,
I actually went there in 8th grade. I was 13, and there's the Chihuahua again. And it was like it was the National Museum of Crime and Investigation or something like that.
Yes, that's it.
They had either it was a replica or it was the actual Bonnie and Clyde car where they had.
That's there. Yes,
that's it.
Yeah,
I was wondering
it's in Tennessee now.
They moved all that to Pigeon Forge, and that car is the replica that was used in the movie. It's not the actual car, but the real Al Collins Bronco, the white Bronco that was on the national news, him going down the highway, that is there. Wow. And then the Ted Bundy Volkswagen is there.
I think that's real too.
Oh my gosh.
The Bronco thing happened while I was on my honeymoon when we got married. And I remember us watching that while we were on our honeymoon.
And
looking at that Ted Bundy car, I mean, it'll give you chills just to think.
Yeah, no, because I don't know if you've watched it, but like the car is a very big factor in how he got caught.
He had all the evidence.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just like, what? This is all in one location, and
And
it's
that
good.
and Pigeon Forge also has the Titanic,
Yes.
the Titanic Museum, and that's right near that. And we've went to that as well. They will not let you video in there because I wanted to video in there, but they have some. They had the original violin that was found from the wreckage. I don't know if it was actually found from the wreckage. It may have been found in the water, and then one of the survivors grabbed it and put it in the boat with them. But it was still there. I think it just recently was moved, but it's the most expensive thing ever sold off the Titanic Titanic memorabilia. But then they have a ton of stuff in there that shows you what the real rooms look like, the actual size of them.
It's really interesting.
And they have a duplicate staircase.
Yeah, isn't there like a they probably don't do it now because it involves you putting your hands in, but it's like
they do.
Yeah, so you put your hands in, and obviously not now, but it's the temperature of the water that they were in. So
it's cold.
Yeah, we went to the one they have one in Vegas. We went to that many years ago, and then we went to this one. This one's probably bigger.
It is bigger.
They actually have a piece of the ship that is like a metal piece of the ship, a big piece of the ship in there as well that you can see. And then they had, the cool thing about it is you go in and you actually, as soon as you go in, they give you a name. And then at the end of it, you get to go see if you survived or didn't survive.
Yes. There's a big wall that has all the names of everybody that was on the ship and whether they survived or didn't.
But my husband has really got so much to go to. It's really a cool place.
It is.
My husband and I did the World War II Museum in New Orleans, which is amazing. It's probably one of the best museums I've ever seen. And they do that when you go in there, they give you the name of the soldier.
Was it like a dog tag?
And it's like a dog tag, and it has the name, and that is you. And you can go through it and see, what your soldier's part was in that part of the war. It was really interesting. But they actually put you on a train in the museum, and it feels like you're really on a train. You're in a train car, and it starts rumbling, and the windows have like video, so it looks like you're going off to war on this train.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
It was.
But didn't it take you like a timeline through the war, and it took you into different areas, so it looked like you were going through the jungle. Then it looked like you were in a blizzard, and it was like.
It was probably one of the best.
Yeah, that one in 2023 on the Vloggers cruise, isn't that going out of New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
And you said we're going to try to go a day or two early down there, so maybe we'll try to hit that World War II museum. That'd be awesome.
We went 4 days ahead. And we showed up the day after Fat Tuesday, which was quite funny.
It was cheaper.
It was the flights there were amazing the day after Fat Tuesday because all the flights were going in to get people and take them home. So the flights to there was really cheap. But we stayed at the oh gosh, I did a whole vlog about it. Anyway, it's in the vlog. It's a hotel.
It's
haunted hotel right by everything, and we could actually walk to the museum. It was just really a perfect location.
It used to be like a some kind of like flour mill or something.
Yeah, it was haunted. All right, going back to y'all, what's something that a lot of people don't know about you that's very interesting? Any facts about yourselves?
I think we just yapped everything about us.
Me personally, and this has been a challenge, but I am like the biggest introvert ever. So this is forcing me to open up and actually talk and be in front of people.
Yeah. I'm totally opposite. I mean, I could talk to a wall. It doesn't matter. Something that happened. Well, at one time when I used to powerlift, I held the U.S. and state record. I think I still own the state record in the squat, but I held the United States squat record in the 275 weight class. And in that competition, I did a 800 squat, a 485 bench, and a 650 deadlift. And that was back in 2005 when I was 35 years old.
Yeah, 35.
And then shortly after that, I gave it up. And try to focus on church and focus on, trying to have a family and get my degree and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's probably one thing that's a lot of people don't know. I need to go back and see if I still hold the state record in the squad. I'm pretty sure the national record's been broken, but that was in AAU. We did a lot of weightlifting in AAU contests. So they drug tested you and made sure you wasn't doing steroids and all that kind of stuff. So,
That's a great fact,
yeah.
Deadlift. Forgive my ignorance. That's when your arms are kind of down. It's not when it's up.
What now?
Deadlift.
Deadlift.
Yeah, deadlift is when you pick the weight up off the floor and you have to pick it up with your back straight.
Yeah.
And no, that's not overhead lifting.
Yeah, no, it's
that's
like
Olympic.
Your arms
that's Olympic clean and jerk and press. This is you just pick it straight up off the ground and you hold it about to your waist level, but you can't be leaning forward and you have to be straight up and down.
So you don't pull it up. So you bend over and then you have to make sure your back is straight and then you pull it up into about your hip area.
So Jonathan Short says we're going to take the Amtrak down to New Orleans for the vloggers. Is that the vloggers cruise? Is that what the VE is? Going to pre-order our jazzy passes for the trolley and enjoy our time. Yes, New Orleans is great.
That's been a bucket list of ours. Has been going to New Orleans. We've wanted to go down there. And when I see these these cruises that are going out of there and the good times people have the night before, it looks like it's really fun.
I've been a little hesitant because of Anthony.
Yeah. We didn't really. I mean, when we went right after Fat Tuesday, is all cleaned out, and they cleaned those streets fast.
But I can vouch for this. So, the biggest thing is do not take Anthony down Bourbon Street.
Yeah, don't go to Bourbon Street.
Don't do that, because the thing is on Bourbon Street, there's a lot of adult things on Bourbon Street, especially at night, where you just don't want to bring a child into. The only thing during the day is, unfortunately, New Orleans does have a large homeless population, so that's just something to be aware of, but they're very nice people.
Oh, yeah.
They're super nice, but other than that, New Orleans is pretty straightforward.
During the day.
Yeah.
Kathy Mills says, on the Canadian cruise, we did a tour. We did that too. We went the tour of Halifax when I went with my mom on the New England cruise in Canada.
That would be interesting right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently that there's a lot of people from the Titanic are buried in Halifax because that's where they brought people.
Bodies back in.
Yeah. Okay. And also they have a maritime museum there, which is great for people that love ships, like everybody, we do.
Don't they have a section about that?
They have a whole section in the maritime museum with things from the Titanic, like artifacts.
I wasn't at the New Orleans thing or at the Halifax thing. I'm the one who has to edit the videos, so I remember these things.
Left out.
So what is this about orange slices?
Oh gosh.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
Every
Christmas. I didn't get them this Christmas.
Oh, the chocolate.
This is the first year in 18 years I didn't get them. But orange. When I was growing up, my grandfather, which my mother's father, every year at Christmas time, he had a bowl full of orange slices. The orange candy with the sugar on the outside of it. So that reminds me of my grandfather. And every Christmas, that's something I normally get. But every once in a while, I'll sneak by Dollar General and buy a bag here and there and just
now he gets orange gummy vitamins, the vitamin C, and they look and kind of taste like orange slices.
Yeah, they kind of not, but they I can mentally think they do.
I'm so sorry. This just kind of made me laugh because it's so true.
Yeah,
it's so true.
My husband and I didn't go down to Bourbon Street at night.
Yeah.
Like my biggest concern with Bourbon Street is I keep hearing that it smells real bad. I don't know is that really true or not. I heard where people urinate in the streets and it kind of bakes into the.
It smells really bad. Like if you go there probably around like 2 a.m., which I don't think you would, with Anthony, but things get a little crazy and they vomit and they
She's telling you this, and the only time that she went down there was with the church mission group, so I don't know why she was
because this is the true story. We went to what is the 24-hour beignet place, Cafe du Mois. Yeah, that's where we went. and we got really okay. So we were building houses for Habitat for Humanity. Thank you. Very late into the evening, we took naps, and then we got dinner, and then we went to Cafe Du Monde, and then we were like, oh, let's go down Bourbon Street. That was a mistake. So, like, you know, like the guys were surrounding the girls, like, because it's also kind of like Nassau and the fact that people are like, oh, come to my store or come to my club. And it's just like, no, not for me, fam. No, I'm good. But he's like, they know how to party.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they know how to party.
And we have somebody new in the chat.
Hello.
Lisa Artscape Adventures. Hey, Lisa.
Hello. Is it that?
Oh, wow. Okay. Honey just tells it like it is.
Yeah.
Honey says, I'm not going to cut the bush. I'm going to tell you what's
my advice is like, go to New Orleans, wake up at like 8 a.m., do what you need to do, and be in bed by like 9. That's my advice. Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of give you the wrap-up question that I like to ask everybody. What's the ultimate goal of your channel?
I never really thought about that. I think our biggest thing is we just want to, like our channel, we want to promote other people, and we just want to promote you can be a believer in our religious beliefs and still have a good time, still go do fun things, plant seeds along the way, and just have a good time. Our main thing is making sure Anthony grows up right. Mm-hmm. And to me, traveling and cruising and cooking, and you meet so many good people, and it's a learning experience. I don't want him to be sheltered. I want on a cruise. If I'm on a cruise ship and somebody's making a fool of himself drinking, I want to say, Anthony,
this is what you don't
act like your mother. Don't ever. No, we want to use it as a learning experience. So I don't want to shelter him. I want him to see things and experience things. And hopefully when people, I think we were so serious at first with our channel and trying to inform more people. People haven't probably got to know us very well. And they think, oh, God, it's a monotone voice and it's the same old cooking stuff, same old. So we're going to try to let people see us a little bit more. But we do believe you can have a good time. You can still have certain belief systems, mm-hmm. and still have a good time with people. You don't have to, wear a suit and tie, and I can't go to that cruise ship, or I can't go to Vegas because somebody's going to think I'm going to go to hell or anything like that. I mean, we just believe you love people, be nice to people, and our channel is trying to put that out. We want people to see that you can go places, do things, have a good time, and mainly be informed. We want to give people information and let them see, life through us and life through Anthony, and grow up with Anthony. Like some of the channels we've seen with, the kids from EECC, and then, now one's in the Marines and the other two are seniors and getting ready to go to the Marines. Yeah. We want people to see Anthony and grow up with him. And, Sharing It Seas is the same way. That's another channel we watched a lot of with Matthew, and seeing him grow up and eat all the pizza he does. And we just want to have a good time and let people in our life a little bit more than probably what we have the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And also the cruise community is a big family, and
amen to that.
And it's very enjoyable to get to meet new people, to talk to people, and just to experience similar things with them.
Right.
I mean, it's just like you guys. We never would have met you guys if it wasn't for the cruise community and watching YouTube and reaching out and talking to people, and the whole cruise community and travel community is incredible. Yes. Behind the scenes, so many people has given me tips or asked me certain questions, and I've tried to help them, or mostly they've helped us out. And that's the main thing. I'd love to see everybody that's a creator hit 1,000.
And keep going.
I mean, there's no limit to it. I mean, who would have thought Tony and Jenny a few years ago, had 5, 6, 7,000. All of a sudden they'd have 65,000, or Don would have 100,000. But I think the main thing is people going back, and even we 20 years from now can go back when maybe we can't travel as much as we used to, and go back and watch those videos and relive it, and just have a good time with hopefully Anthony's grandkids, and just say, hey, remember when we did this? Remember when we did that?
Mm-hmm. And also, we tend to forget some of the things that we did that were so funny at the moment, or something like that. And then to go back and watch the video, we go, oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Absolutely.
We took at the Amber Cove, we took a little buggy ride on the way back, and you had these two large people and little bitty Anthony and this little skinny guy on a bike trying to do us all the way down the whole rail down to the ship, and there probably may have been one or two too many drinks at that day.
Yeah, there probably.
But going back and watching now, we just laugh at it
we cry laughing every
because that
single
poor
time.
guy worked his tail off to get us back to the ship.
And I tipped him well.
You did tip him well.
I did tip him well because I feel sorry for him.
My mom will be 80 this year. She would kill me if I told the people that, but she'll be 80 this year. And just going back, if you see some of our videos, you'll see Mimi in them. And just going back and seeing how goofy she is.
There's this one video where she makes this like snarky Southern grandma comment, and I just I have to like film it one day, but like she's in the background and she says the snarky grandma comment, and I just look at her while we're filming, and Mom just finds that to be the funniest look on my face. Nobody catches it because no one hears it, but Mom is just like, why are you making that face? I said, because my grandma's being snarky.
And my mom's a widow. My father passed a few years ago, and she seems to find on every cruise some man she's infatuated with. And when we were on the Magic, it was the cruise director, Simon London. She just thought he was beautiful. And
it's always a staff member.
It's always a staff member.
Let's keep that in mind.
But she just thought her and Simon were like the best of friends. And it was just like, she would sit there and he would be on the stage talking and just open a show, and she's going, hey, Simon.
And then on your Halifax cruise, it was
our waiter.
It was Conrad.
Conrad the waiter.
Conrad. And you were like, you said, Hannah, she had to take a picture with him.
Oh yeah. And the last day, on NCL, the last day, I think all of them, you could eat in the breakfast in the restaurant. So we have our little, luggage with us, and we're eating our breakfast in the restaurant, and doggone it, she saw Conrad like walk across the room, and they're like calling us to get off the ship, and
he's just trying to do his job.
And he's trying to do his job, and she is following him all around the restaurant. So she can get one more picture and a hug from Conrad.
This is before COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
The Coco Robo.
But we're gonna kind of wrap it up. But y'all are just awesome, and we're so glad to have y'all.
We're big fans of you guys. I said this a couple weeks ago when you was on our show that we're big fans of you guys.
Yes.
The whole family, your mother, like you said, her grandmother, and your husband and the boyfriend. I'm gonna just say boyfriend now in case something ever changes, but
he's sticking around somehow.
I hope he stays
okay,
around.
He's sticking around. So,
we like him.
We really enjoyed the editing you do on your videos.
Absolutely.
The editing is really great. The content's great. I think you guys have one of the best logos out there. We love that. When you see that, you know who that is.
Wow.
You don't need words below it. You just know who it is. But we thank you guys for giving us the opportunity
thank you so much
to come here and share a little bit about ourselves.
Yes.
Well, thank y'all so much, and we hope that everybody that's in the chat has subscribed to your channel, because it's a great channel to follow.
Thank you.
And we hope maybe have y'all on another time later on.
Sounds wonderful.
Sounds wonderful.
Maybe we
yeah.
can have a back-to-back if they or if they do it at 8:00 on Thursdays, possibly.
Oh yeah.
Y'all
might be coming right after us.
We may be live neighbors. That may be a thing.
Yeah.
What?
But after us at 9 is Life is Good Today,
Woo.
which is Thursdays. And also next week, our special guest is...
Oh. He's still here. He is still here. How is he still here?
He stuck around.
He's talking about Mimi.
Blaine from Rayleigh Creative Travel is our guest next week, and we're going to ask him some tough questions. We're going to find some good ones for him.
Yeah, get some really good ones on him.
We'll have to ask him about his butts.
Get it paid back.
Evidently, Blaine has a master's degree in butts.
No, but also, I didn't really
Hello,
say
innocence abroad.
I didn't say that, but he said, "Lay it on me." So if you want any questions for us to ask him,
I will definitely. You've got my email address, and I messaged Laurie quite a bit about the two lives coming up.
Send us a good one.
But I'll come up with some questions for Blaine.
Like what he said.
I'm sorry to snort.
It is snort now.
Uh-oh.
But we will have Blaine on with us next week. So y'all think about some good questions, because we'll definitely open up the chat for some good questions for Blaine.
Please, Lord, have good fault in there.
But thank y'all so much, Mike and Michelle. We appreciate y'all.
And also,
Thank you.
if you haven't heard it the first 2 times we said it, subscribe to their channel, please.
Yes.
Thank
If
you.
you're not subscribed to our
And
channel, please
anybody
hit that
not subscribed to the Journey of the Gingers, you need to subscribe to that channel as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. But we have really appreciated it, and thank y'all all in the chat that have stuck around with us for this extra time. And we just hope to see y'all again next week.
Yep, and
Thank
as we
you.
always say, stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget to journey on.
Bye, y'all.
And thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. I'm trying to